Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
So
hmm,
it's not a updated resume. There is another experience section here because currently I am working in another company.
okay. So, how much experience do
But
you have right now?
uh, should I include internship or like in uh,
Yeah, you can
or
include.
exclude it?
No, no, include it. Okay.
Uh, with internship, so I have uh, 6 months plus
Okay. Okay.
6. Yes, 6 months,
Okay.
6 or 7 months. Yes.
Okay. So, yeah. So, your experience added skills over the HTML, CSS, responsive designs, in JavaScript. I think you don't need to add this ES6 destructuring, hoisting everything in the resume. You can just put
Okay.
ES6 and JavaScript.
Okay.
Okay. And you know about React, Bootstrap 5, Redux, SAS. That is okay. Scroll down. Material UI, Git, GitHub. Okay. These are your projects. So, okay. I think you have added in your new resume that internship project as well, correct?
Uh, can you repeat, please?
In your new
Uh,
resume, you must have added
yes,
your
yes,
project, correct? Internship project as
yes,
well.
yes,
Ah, okay. Okay.
yes, yes.
Scroll down. Okay. Good. So, as you don't have that much of experience, so you have not added too many things. So that is okay, not the problem. Okay. So we'll start with your introduction first. So, and what are the things you need in this interview? So, means what are the questions do you have for this interview or anything else? So, we can talk about that as well. Then we'll start your interview for React.
Okay. So, should I introduce? Okay. So, first of all, I would like to thank you for uh, this opportunity for
Mhm.
taking my mock interview. Myself, Pankaj Thapa, and I am from Uttarakhand, and I
Mhm.
am a front-end React developer. And currently, I am working in a company where my main task is to build a website for uh, mobile first website because it is based on uh, gaming. So my task is to build a uh, website for it. And from this interview, I would like to gain uh, confidence when giving interviews to different companies. And I would like to know my weakness and where I need to improve, uh, in which technologies I would like I need improvement. And
Okay.
about the yes.
Okay. So mostly, I'll be asking you the theoretical question today, and some small
Okay.
code snippet I will put it in the chat. So you just need to tell the output. So I think I can give the practical example as well for you, but you have less experience, so I don't think so. You should be doing those as well with it. No problem. So if you know about that as well, so I can mail some links to you, so you can practice that as well. So I was checking those some challenges for React JavaScript, so I got some references. So I will share with you that as well. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So we'll start with first JavaScript. Then I think I can do one thing. I can ask for JavaScript as well sometime, then sometimes for React as well. So in the mixing, we can have that as well. Is it fine
Okay.
with you?
Yes. 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 Totally fine.
Okay. So you heard about local storage in JavaScript? Why we use it?
Yes. Yes. Uh, to store data in our local storage, because when we close the browser, the data which is stored during the for the page is when we close that tab, the data is vanishes. So we
Hmm.
use local storage for to store data for the future need.
Okay.
Whenever we,
So,
yes,
okay. So, how many storages we have?
uh, we have two types of storage: local storage and session storage.
Hmm.
Local storage and session storage, right?
We
Yes,
have
local
cookies.
storage is and cookies. Yes, cookies.
Hmm. So, do you know difference between
Uh,
local storage and session storage?
yes, session storage is like as the name suggests, it is for the sessions.
Hmm.
Like we can give it when the time expires.
Hmm.
Yes, yes,
Okay. Yeah. So, you might heard about promise, correct? In JavaScript.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So, how many states we have in promise?
Three steps.
Hmm.
Uh, we have rejected, waiting, and third one is like when promises is whenever we call an API, like can I can explain it using an example. Like whenever we call an API, that time between calling an API and getting response from the API, that time is called waiting time. Okay,
Hmm.
and now server can give us two types of reply. Either it can be a success or a rejected. So three types: success, rejected, and waiting. Waiting.
Okay. Okay. So,
Resolved or rejected.
correct. Yes.
Now,
Okay. So if it is get
resolved.
rejected, so how can you show your error? What happened over there? If it is rejected, then
Okay, we can uh, uh, a catch statement. Inside statement, we can uh, catch the error.
hmm.
And we can console it, or either we can show it in our UI.
Okay.
Catch statement. Inside catch.
Okay. Okay. Correct. Have you heard about async and defer in JavaScript?
Async can differ. Yes, async can differ, right?
Hmm.
Yes. I don't know about next, but I have read about it like before. Uh, we use the async and defer when we uh, include external file using script tag.
Hmm.
So async and defer are used at that time, and uh, I know a little bit about them. Like I don't know which one is which, but in one case, uh, uh, okay, I don't know about.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah. So,
okay,
no. So those are help us to run our script in the background while loading the DOM.
yes,
Okay. Okay. So the
yes,
difference
yes, yes.
between both is that so if you are using the async, so HTML parsing also get started and API call for your CDN URL also getting started. As soon as you get the data from your CDN, that the script execution gets started again. Okay. Then your HTML
Okay,
parsing is continued. So this is async. And in the defer, it works in the background. Okay. So at the end of the HTML parsing, as soon as HTML parsing is completed, your script getting also execution is started over there. So it attached to your API differs over there. So whatever API you're calling with the CDN URL. Okay, so you can note down this question, just read about it more. So how it works, then try to do some example according to that in your code or something. Okay. So have you heard about debouncing in JavaScript?
Yes, bouncing.
What it is?
Uh, what is the bouncing, and can you please uh, give me another name? Please the bouncing and another one.
Throttling.
Throttling. Yes, I am confused between those two
Okay.
actually. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so the bouncing. Uh, uh, Please tell me which one is it? So one is like whenever we click, I can explain you with an example. Like whenever we click, suppose we have a API connected with a button. Okay, whenever we click on button, so API is gets called.
Hmm.
So like we hit a button 5 times in a second. So the API will called in for uh, 5 times, right?
Hmm.
So uh, we don't want it because it is not necessary. So we use, I think, debouncing here or throttling or debouncing. So
Both.
at first,
See, Pankaj, both we use. Okay. So there is difference in both. So,
yes,
hmm.
I am explaining that like
Mhm.
Google's search bar, Google search bar, uh, I think throttling. Whenever there is a pause between them in writing our search search term. So at that time only the search searching happens, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
When there is a pause like that, comes here. Like when at first we click the button, so after whatever time we gave, like 1, 2, 3 seconds, after that time only the API gets called. Between them, if we hit it like 3 times, the API will not get called. Like it's called, I think, debouncing, right?
Mhm.
Like at first it will get called, and when after the given time only the same functionality happens again. And another one is, I think, if we continue to do our, if we continue to give input to it, it will not. We can, I can give you example using, but like if you are typing, search, search not happens. And when we stop typing, the search API
Okay.
gets called.
Okay. Yeah.
So it is
So,
called, I think, the bouncing.
hmm. So you will give a delay over there. Okay. After your
Yes, yes,
typing, you will put some delay. After that millisecond, it will get executed. Okay. So,
yes, yes,
yeah. So there is some small difference between both. So there is one another delay. So as soon as you are typing and if you wait something, that is another delay. Okay. That is for the your debounce. And in throttling, you will put a hard-coded delay over there every time. So every 3 milliseconds, your API gets called like that. So please
yes, yes.
read about those. Can you share your screen? I will put some small code to just see that. Just open JS then let me give the
Okay, online JS compiler.
yes. I'm giving you a URL. Just click on that, open it, and share your screen,
Okay,
and copy this code over there, and just explain me what would be the output. And
you can see it, right?
yes, I can copy the code and paste it over there.
Okay.
This is the question. Okay. Just tell me, first of all, what is the line number 3 and line number 10? How, why we have added that parenthesis over there for function? So, do you know what is the meaning of that?
This is immediately invoked function.
Okay, so it executed
This is
as soon as we called it
immediate.
automatically.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah. So now tell me what would be the output of this code? So you have one this immediately no function and you have one variable over there. Okay. So what
Yes.
would be the output of it?
Its output will be at first t is equal to 5, will be 5. So here x will be equal to 1, and here x will be equal to 5.
Mm-hmm. Can you run this code? Run this code. There is a button. Left side top run. Click console.
2. Okay, sorry. Here it will give us 2, and
5
here it
also
will give us
there.
5.
Just scroll
Yes,
down. So
2 and 5.
now this okay. Now change let to where over there.
Yeah.
Change let to where. Now tell
Okay.
me output.
Okay. Now output will be 1, 1 plus 1, 2, 2
Mm-hmm.
and 2. The output will be 2 and 2.
Okay. And what about variable line number 1 x equal to 5? What will happen with it then?
Okay. Uh, there is a little bit difference between x will be overridden here because both x are same.
Hmm.
So x will be
Okay.
overridden here.
So, what is the scope level for the var?
There is a global scope,
Are you sure?
functional scope, functional scope.
Okay. So you
Yes.
have a variable inside function.
Yes.
So what it will print then for the line number 9? See, you have one block at line number 4 to 9. Okay. Inside that you have one var. Okay. You're printing that.
Yes. Yes.
And again you are printing the same x over there after your line number 8. So what would be the
Yes.
output?
Yes. I'm thinking about. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Like here, this is outside the function. So its scope will be throughout the here.
Okay.
Function its scope will be throughout here. But
Mm-hmm.
this declared text with the here, its
Mm-hmm.
scope will be inside the function only. Okay.
Okay.
So, but it is inside block.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So uh, it it is not like let or const, which is block scope. It's a functional scope. So its scope is from inside this function. So that's why one will be implemented here, and then it will be when we access it here. So it will change
Run the
to
code. Run the code.
okay 2 and 5.
Clear
5.
console first. There is an option to clear console. Run now again. Now
Okay.
tell me. uh, So it should
Okay.
5 or
Now
2? Hmm? So why it is 2?
yes, that's our that's what I am saying because
Mm-hmm.
where is functional scope, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it is printing, because that uh, scope is from line number 4 to line number 30. If you give it like, let me give you, like if you change it to y,
Mm-hmm.
also y, then it will also print 2. Okay.
Why?
Yeah. Y is equal to 1. Okay, sorry.
You are
It is,
incrementing x.
yes, yes, sorry. Here, 1, 1. Because y is, like I said, functional scope. Its scope is from line number 4 to line
Mm-hmm.
number 13 only. This X is a also functional scope, but here we are defining it outside it. So function is inside that main function, global execution context. So this X scope is throughout this execution context, but Y scope is inside only functions execution context. So that's why this Y is printed here. But if we remove from here, so X now X scope is also we can access out variable outside this functions execution context. Parents execution context variable also we can access. That's why we can print here 6. That's why before 6 1.
Okay. Okay. So, so have you heard about restructuring? How it works?
Yes, yes.
How it works?
Uh, like should I write or
You can write as well.
okay. Suppose we have an object. Uh, Here the key name will be slash there is a name like let's say Dhanush, and let's say age will be 21. Okay, this structuring it as a like accessing its variable like this. We can name and age equal to OB. So here name and age are like will act like a variable, and
Mhm.
we are object key, we are assigning its value to the name and age. We can give another name also here, like this. We can say name will be like whatever we can say, like temp. We can say temp. Now temp will be the variable which is containing the value of this name, which is Dhanush. Uh, this is Dhanush. This is called a,
Mm. Yeah. Okay, yeah, correct. So you are creating the alias for the your name variable. Ganesh.
yes.
Okay. Okay. So what is the use of the rest operator? Do you know?
Okay, rest operator.
Mhm.
Uh, yes. So, okay. So the use of rest operator is inside uh, function. Like
Mhm.
we are finding an like suppose we are finding a function like this, and parameter can be like 1, 2, 3, or so on, go on. So if we are defining a function with 10 parameters, okay, so we have to write like A, B, C, do to like give 10 variable names here. Okay, so that rough parameter is gives us like this, like we can give initial to variable name here, and like this. So, and when we call this function like abc abc with 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5, so here 1 will be given to a, 2 will be given to b,
Mm-hmm.
and 3, 4, 5 are inside this net temp. Temp will be an object containing the rest of the parameters inside it.
Yeah, correct. Can I create one array?
Okay,
Create one array.
okay,
The value anything 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
okay.
Okay. And add 4 and 3 again. And 4, 5.
5, 4 and 3.
Anything. 3, 4, anything.
Okay. 3, comma 4.
I want to
Okay,
get the duplicate values from this array. How can I get only duplicates, not the unique one?
okay,
So in this case, we'll be getting 3 and 4. So
okay. So we can do. Uh, I will first of all filter. We will use the filter function here. Method sorry, element. And here we will use find find index. Yes, we will use find index here, and it's like element index of index of element will be given it these two parameters, and index in equal to here, and find index of here. Yes. So so we will use a filter method here. So filter method will be take one at a
print,
time
print
element.
that values. Just print the, I need output as a 3 and 4 only. So print
Okay.
it. You're
Here
not printing as well anything.
focus on so that lot that will be
One more thing. Find index is there. On
find
which
index
thing you are running find index?
element. This is uh,
On what? What? On what?
array dot find index, right?
Right.
dot in-
What array? Means how we know this fine index on what I need to run this
Okay,
element.
sorry. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Will inside this array, we will search for this element here and give us the element, sorry, index of that element. No, fine. Okay, I think it should be working just fine. Why it is giving this error? Go to line this. EL is not a function. EL is an element.
Correct.
The filter method doesn't take index, does it?
Actually, it is trying to get try to, an index will require one function. Okay. So that is why it is saying EL is not a function. We have to
Okay,
use something
so
else.
fine. Yes, sorry. Fine. I should use fine. Sorry.
Do you know what index of includes something?
Yes. Index of also. Actually, I haven't used them. Yeah.
Okay. So it is returning you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We need output as 3 and 400.
It's
Index you are taking with value.
index first will be first, and it will be giving us this element. So element ARR dot element index.
Okay. Try to do with not equal to. Index is not the correct way to check. So you should check the element is present in your index of array. If it is present, then skip it. If it is not present, then create another array. Something like that. Okay. You can check this as well later. No problem.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Just copy that code you will need later. Okay. Okay. We'll move to some. I have already added one small code in the chat window. Can you open that? Just tell me what is it and what would be the output of it.
Okay. So no, I can't see.
Chat or
Can
charging.
you re-
I need to this.
can you
Send
this
it
here?
to you. Okay, sending again. Just a minute. Check chat.
Okay.
Okay.
3
So what is
asterisk
the
asterisk 4.
yeah? So what is the meaning of this double asterisk?
Uh, Sorry, I don't know about it.
Run that.
I never used it.
Okay, run it.
81. Okay, it is square. Okay, it is used as a square. Oh, sorry. Yes, power. It is used as a power, right? Which is a
3
3
into 3 into 3 into 3. 4 times 3.
as a power. 3 to the power 4. It is used as a power. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Uh, we'll move to React now. Just theoretical question I will ask you. So I think, have you heard about Redux? Did you work on Redux? What is
Yes,
it?
yes, I have heard one.
So, uh, any benefits of Redux, do you know? Just theoretical, I'm going to say. I'm not using it practically. Just,
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
What?
What is the
Uh,
benefit of Redux in a React?
okay, benefit of Redux in React.
React, yes.
Okay. So, main benefit of Redux is like it is a better way for managing data. Uh, like we can use context API also here, but it doesn't give us a better the main difference between them of management of data. So
Management
the
of data means what?
like management data is like in for developers. Like
Hmm.
I'm not able to explain it.
So, okay, forget it. So, when you will use Redux in your code, what is the requirement to use Redux? Do you know?
Okay. Yes. Like whenever if we use Redux because it came in concept because in React we use we make components, right? So if when passing data from parent to child component or right, so if we are passing a data from like parent to child, it is only one level. So if we pass it like from grandparent to grandchild, so it is two level data, right? So it so here comes prompt drilling, right?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
if we have to pass the data from the top level to the like in middle of the level, like there are 10 components in between them, and the first component, the data from first component is needed 10th component only inside. So nine components between these two components, eight components data will be passed from first component to second to third, like this to the 10th component. So this is prop drilling. This is unnecessary. So
Hmm.
that's why here comes the or context API.
Hmm.
So by it we can directly access the store data from any of the component uh, of the React. So we can directly access the store, and whichever component needed, whatever data, we can directly get it from the store.
Okay, so in this case, what you will prefer, Redux or context API?
Uh, like uh, if our app is small, I will prefer context API. If we are working on a large project, like there are uh, multiple uh, types of data is needed. Like there is a like in school there is students data, teachers data, and salary, teachers salary, and students marks, and many other things. So I will use at that time Redux because it gives us better. Uh,
Okay,
yes, it will
okay,
that yes,
okay, sure. No problem. So read
we can
about
create multiple.
the, yeah. So read
Yes.
about the things as well according to that. So uh, when only we should use a Redux in our code? Are we really sharing your data into the multiple components at the same level? Or we are sharing the things, and or if you have multiple services that are interacting with multiple times with each other, so such kind of the things will comes. to introduce the retext in the project. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
middleware.
Yeah. So do you know why we use the keys in the math while you are iterating some object? Why we use keys over
Uh,
there?
yes. Like to uh, like when we use map, the multiple elements or components, whatever we are using inside it, multiple things are created from this single piece of code, right? So map is used to differentiate uh, between them. So whenever we delete or add additional elements or components, uh, React can differentiate between. So that's why we use key prop
Okay.
to differentiate between the elements.
Okay. So have you heard about conditional rendering in our code?
Yes.
What is the use of it?
Conditional rendering, we cannot directly use if or else inside our React uh, components.
Hmm.
So that's why we use conditional rendering like this here. If the condition is true, then first element, first condition will here the first element or rendered, or otherwise, if it is false, the second uh, component will be rendered. This is called conditional rendering on the condition of
Okay. So okay. So how can we lazy load in the React?
okay lazy loading.
Hmm.
We can use lazy load by using package lazy load. I think lazy.
Yeah. So I am asking, what is the meaning of the lazy loading in the React?
Okay,
Why
the
we use it?
meaning of okay. So there is a multiple components. We use component to build a website or whatever we are building. So we use lazy load. So whenever we need that component at that time only, the React will render that component. Like if there are suppose multiple like 10 100 components in a website, right? So
Hmm.
if we are not using lazy load, so 100 components will be trying to render uh, at the same time. So there will be some delay between to render the UI to user. Okay,
Hmm.
so we use lazy loading at that time. So whenever a component is in need, or like in scroll time, we can use lazy loading. So on scroll, whenever that component comes in picture, uh, so at that time,
Okay.
that component will be rendered.
Understood. Correct. Okay. So have you heard about dependency injection in React?
Dependency.
Injection.
Okay, sorry, I haven't heard about that
Okay.
term
Yeah. Note
yet.
down that question.
Okay.
Okay. So, how many libraries you used so far in your React? So, what is your popular library you are using usually in your code?
Okay, I have used Redux and
Hmm.
Material UI
Hmm.
and the
So,
style components.
okay. So, to get the data from backend, how you call the API again?
Okay. So what question you asked
To
earlier?
get the data,
Dependency.
dependency injection.
Okay, injection.
How you get
Okay.
data from backend?
Okay, we can use Axios here.
Okay, so
Here comes
that
the
is the
Axios in
package.
picture.
That package was I
Yes, yes,
was expecting it. Okay.
yes.
Okay. So I think we have covered some common questions for the React as well. Mm, do you know just a minute, it is getting stuck. Okay. So what is the fragments?
What?
Fragments,
Frag
fragments.
okay, fragments, React
Hmm.
fragments.
Yeah.
Okay, so in a React component, we
Hmm.
cannot write multiple. Okay, so
Multiple
React
divs
component
in
can
the return.
multiple divs or multiple
You cannot return
whatever
multiple things at the single
multiple
time.
yes, JSX at a single time.
Hmm.
So we use a React fragment like this. So it will not create another div, but it can
It will
like
add a
this.
container. Correct.
Yes, it
Okay.
will be like a container.
Yeah.
Yes.
Correct. And what about reps? Have you heard about reps?
Reps.
REF.
Okay, ref. Okay. Uh, I have only used it inside ref. Use ref. Use ref
Mm.
is a book where I used ref. Is it same as that ref?
For what you use
Hello.
rep?
Ref to co- connect the what's it called DOM element to connect
Mm,
DOM element
mm,
to
mm,
that. Yes.
mm-hmm.
So I have used it inside use ref, so I know with
Okay,
that. I
got it.
haven't
So something
yes read
somewhat
about it.
correct. Sometimes we have to do some manipulation on the DOM,
Yes,
on check or
DOM.
something. So at that time we use it. Okay. So
Yes.
read about those things about reps. What is forwarding reps and all. And okay. So last question: what is higher order components in React?
Okay, higher order component is like a higher order function where where we take a component as a parameter and return another modified component from it. Higher order component like that. The suppose we needed two component
Mhm.
which have same UI and almost same functionality, but there is a little bit of different functionalities. So uh, into better than creating two components with the same code, because React is used follow one principle like DRY. So instead of repeating the same code, we give those two uh, component inside a high component, which will give us add functionality or to it. So this is called higher order component, which takes inside a function. Take a component and
Mhm.
return a modified component from it.
Modified. Okay.
Yes.
Correct. Okay. So I think we have covered the two questions related to React as well. Read about the HTML CSS as well. So sometimes interviewer will give you some small task to create some div at the center of the
Yes. Yes.
page, like those kind of. change some color or something on hover or
Yes,
something.
yes,
So do those kind of things as well. And read about the HTML semantic tags and all as well. So
yes,
I
yes.
think that's it from my side. Do you have any question for me now?
Yes, like most of the questions you have asked, I don't think I have explained it in better way
Mm-hmm.
because of a language barrier. If you would ask me those questions in Hindi, if
Mm-hmm.
I could explain them in Hindi, I think I can uh, explain them better. And so, how can I do that? Like because in
See,
almost every interview comes happens in English only.
the problem is that you if you have not given too many interviews, so that practice will not come to you. Okay, so if you use multiple interviews by practicing as well, so you will get to know how to answer the question. Okay, so I'm not sure how many interviews you have given till so far, but if you try to give each and every interview, so in that way you will get improve again and again. So now after this interview, you will know that. So I'm getting stuck for this question. I'm not able to answer this question in that way in English. So you can practice on these things and try to explain the things with the example. Okay. So it will be easy to
Okay,
understand for the way you explain for props drilling for me. Okay. So why I ask you why to use Redux. So you have started with props, then drillings, then context API, then Redux. So in that way, the interviewer will think about. So Pankaj knows the concept from the beginning to end. Okay, so such kind of answers will impact more in your interviews. So, but that practice will comes once you give the multiple interviews. Okay, so for
okay,
that maybe you have to give interviews. So that is the one thing I will tell you. So even try to give the interview for the each and every company, whatever company schedule your interview, try to be available for them. So it is not called
yes,
to clear every interview. It is just called to get to know the questions. Whenever, as soon as your interview get complete, just in a 5 minutes, note down whatever question they asked to you. Okay. And the question
okay,
which you are not able to answer as well. Okay. So
okay,
next time you will be having the question sets. Suppose you have 10 questions asked in one interview. Okay. Another interview, you will get new 5 questions. So you have list of 15 questions right now. So when you go for third interview, you'll be already having 15 questions answer with your explanation. Okay. So this practice will help you every time whenever you are searching your or you are switching the job. So this make it such kind of habits and try
okay.
to I'm not saying about your language or anything. So that happens. I was also fresher, so I was also going through these things. So most of time I have given the interviews in the Hindi as well, and I got rejected because of that. So even I'm not able to talk in English as well on that time. So that is fine. So that is not the problem. And in your company, if you try to talk with your colleagues and all in English, so it is bit easy to give the interview as well later. But ठीक है मतलब अभी you
Uh,
don't have that much of experience, so that is fine. But if
and
you have good technical knowledge, oh, then if you are even lacking in your speaking English, so that is fine. But
okay, and last another question. Like you said, you have to give multiple interviews.
hmm,
So, how can I schedule multiple interviews? Because almost like I every day I apply for like 10, 15 to 20 companies, but almost every
so
company
see,
rejects.
your experience is not much, I think. So you should have to gain
Yes.
at least experience of 2 years. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm not saying that not to give interview, but I'm saying if you have some good experience, so at that time companies will comes to you. Okay. And if you are
Okay.
having only 3 months experience, 4 month experience, so companies also thinking about the way you are searching for the job in 3 months only. So if we select the Pankaj, he will leave us in 3 4 months as well. Okay, so that is kind of tendency multiple companies having. But if you have a good experience, and after that you will get all these things. So, how much experience do you have right now? Total experience, I meant to say.
Okay, total experience 3, 5, 7. Okay, 7 months, 7.5 months.
So, do you think any company will select your profile only for 7 months of experience?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
That's why
So,
I am asking
yeah. So,
because
at least complete your 1 year experience. Okay. So then
okay,
only you will get the call. That would be the first barrier for you to complete 1 year experience. After that, you can start looking again or and try to apply for multiple companies.
I have seen your videos like
Hmm.
Angular or React 2 or 3 years
Hmm.
experience
Hmm.
interviews,
Hmm.
and I try to answer them like
Hmm.
whenever you ask the questions, I try
Hmm.
to pause the video and
Hmm.
answer it myself.
Hmm.
And like major of the questions you ask,
Hmm.
uh, I know the answers of them.
Hmm.
Like
Correct.
so, yes, but now like at the interview time, like
Hmm. That happens.
yes, 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 yes.
That
So
happens. So that is why I'm putting each and every interview, whatever I feel. So at least after seeing those interview, you know that how to answer. But when you are facing
yes,
the
yes,
actual interview, you are getting stuck. Okay. So
yes,
in that way, it will help to other people's as well. So sometimes I put such kind of videos as well. So at least matlab, at least someone will encourage himself. So at least he is giving interview, so I can give as well. So that
yes.
is the first hurdle. So too many people are scared about the interviews.
Okay.
Okay. Any question, Pankaj?
No, no. No.
Mm, okay. Let me know if you need any help. You can ping me anytime on Instagram. We can
Okay.
have a chat or
Okay. It's not about this. Like one of my friend, I have told him about our mock interview,
hmm.
and he was interested in scheduling interview with you.
Hmm.
He has experience of I think 1.5 or 2, something around like this August or September. He will complete 2 years. So he was asking me for uh, I will give him your account, like web UI, your
Okay.
Instagram account,
Hmm.
and let him connect with you. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay. He was asking me to for an interview as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. No problem. Actually, too many people's asking me interviews, but I don't schedule each and every one. So what happens? I have scheduled 3 interviews in the morning, but no one has joined. Okay. So, and
Okay.
you said that I will join. So that is why I was calling you. At least you should join. So what happens? 3 hours I was just seated before the laptop. So no one had joined. So that happened with
Okay.
me almost 30, 40 times in last 6 months. So in the few days back, I was asking for money as well. If you are paying, then you will join. If you are not paying, then you will not take it seriously.
Yes. Yes.
So, but
Yes. Yes.
I thought that why to take amount from the people? Those also are stuck because of the things. So that is why I got. Uh, I have refunded the amount as well for the people. But
Actually,
keep
I
everything.
was very actually I was very happy when you told me about for scheduling an interview, because I thought like in from past to 2 months I haven't given any interview, and
Mhm.
proper interview. Like I haven't given like 9 to 10 interviews. Like if you ask me like how many interviews you have done, I will
Mhm.
tell you like 9 to 10 interviews. But like proper interview where I was asked about HTML, CSS, JavaScript, or React, and
Mhm.
about technologies like that. Many interviews are like 2 or 3 interviews only. from
Okay.
9 to 10 interviews. They asked me about the like what have you done like that another thing, but not
Hmm.
technical things. So that's why I was happy when you scheduled our interview. Like
Okay, no problem. Okay. You can ping me anytime on Instagram. We can have a call as well if you need later. Okay.
okay,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah. Thanks, Pankaj, for your time as well.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Yep. Bye.